I went through a divorce. I lost everything. You know, when you go from 23 homes to nothing, that's a big loss. But by the grace of God and Place to Be, I'm back on my feet again.
A Place to Be is a trauma healing center. It is a place for anyone that's been through anything that has left them with emotional trauma issues. At A Place to Be, if you've been through emotional trauma, we have services for individuals and families. It's for men, women, adolescents, and children of any age. So people can come and take therapy. We're seeing a lot of homeless people, which is trauma in itself. And what got them to being homeless a lot of times was trauma.
We have cases of domestic abuse. I don't deal with them personally, Michelle does, because that's what she specializes in. We've got some substance abuse clients, in recovery, I should say.
You're not going to be judged, and your story is not going to be told to the next person that comes in. I volunteer here. I've seen a lot of people go into the counseling. I don't know what they're here for. I don't ask. They don't tell.
We have groups that are in the works or are already being offered. A lot of times when you've been through trauma, it's so helpful to sit next to somebody that's been through a similar situation. To know that you're not alone. To know that what you're going through is normal.
She's also got a group with domestic violence. I'm part of that since I'm a survivor myself. I want to give back to someone who's going through the trauma, because if it's anything like I was in it, I know how they feel. They have nothing, they feel like nothing because they've been treated that way for so long they were afraid to come forward.
We offer, for instance, a craft class so that people can come and get creative.
It's like fun because we get to like paint, put like plaster things onto a table and make it look nice.
We called it A Place to Be in the hopes that people felt comfortable just being here. It started about, I would say about 8 to 10 years ago. I had this dream of creating a place like A Place to Be.
We'd worked with couples that were 25 and under, and we were under a grant. And we knew the grant was not going to be renewed. We were heartbroken. We wanted so much to be able to continue to help these young people. All three of us had worked for a nonprofit organization for a long time. There's nothing wrong with that, but we didn't want to rely on government funding. We didn't want to rely on a grant that would come in one day and be gone 3 years later. The other part of getting grant money and being financed that way is you have restrictions of how many times you can see them, what you can actually talk to the person about. We didn't want that.
All of our services are free. What I've learned as a social worker, this is my 22nd year as a social worker, what I've learned is that we create so many barriers to people getting help. And I wanted to remove as many of those barriers as possible.
There's no insurance that we have to bill. There's no time restriction. It may take 45 minutes, it may take an hour, it may take, I've sat here with a client for 3 hours before and talked to her because she needed it.
The way that all of our services are funded is through donations. And we give people the opportunity to donate and receive food. It's carry-out dinner or catering. People can come and pick up a main dish, an entree, those kind of things, and take it home.
Well, basically all the food we make is from her healthy book. She makes it healthy. We have macaroni and cheese. We have Italian soup, Russian soup, meats.
Baked spaghetti, lasagna, chicken Alfredo. I do a lot of that.
We make lots of pies, but we make healthy pies. And you can call and order food, and we'll make it and give it to you on the day you want to pick it up.
There's no set prices, even on our catering. We ask that you donate what you can.
we would like for people to at least pay for what the ingredients in the food are worth, you know.
So what you're really donating towards when you get food is you're helping someone else. Everything in here has been done by someone volunteering their time.
Whether it's to buy the food to help somebody that's hungry, to pay an electric bill. I mean, it's 100% funded by the donations that we receive.
I am constantly looking for folks that are willing to come in and share their skills. So whether that's something like knitting or quilting or crocheting, a lot of our folks that come here that have been through trauma have no idea what a hobby is or how to do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Toys, we're always looking for toys. I know I probably have enough by now, but I admit I don't. Because one of the things is I want them so that kids can take them home if they need to. We're looking for help with more therapy tools. One of the things I like to build with clients is what we call a feeling kit. Things that you can take home and have available to do if you're struggling with your feelings. Food, people can donate food for us to cook with or for us to have available on our donation shelf. Craft supplies. We go through craft supplies here like crazy. Even partially used or whatever, we'll take it. We're always looking for volunteers, whether it's in the kitchen or at the building, people to help with fundraising, people to help with marketing. I really suck at that, so I could really use some help in that category.
Michelle's helped so many people that it's made me, a 12-year-old, want to give back and help the world be a better place.
Come on in. We can always use your help.